I believe in my own opinion that when religious leaders, reverends, fathers, pastors, whatever you may call them, that if they hear about sex education, they think porn education. Before I start on every video, I say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for people that leave a comment in the comment section, and thank you for sharing this good news with everyone you see, because it's about to get lit. Now, this week, first week of 2019, there's a conversation that's going around in Uganda mainly, and the religious leaders have come to say that we should not teach sex to young children in schools. That is bad, and that is why we shall have teenage pregnancies. That is why we shall have lots of immoral activity that comes with sex. And that's a conversation that I believe is important for our generation, because not only do we have single mothers as one of, with the highest percentage in Uganda, but also we have teenage pregnancies, which is pretty much one of the biggest failures that we have failed to address as society. I won't say government, because I mean, these are our sisters. They're not government sisters. These are our sisters and, our friends that we are failing to help out in society. Question though is teaching sex in school a bad thing? Before we ask ourselves if it's a bad thing or good thing, is sex bad in itself? You understand? If sex is not bad in itself, then why not teach it? Some of the questions I'd ask myself. If you have lots of teenage pregnancies and young children, 13, 14, 15, 16, are engaging in sexual activity, is it not wise for us to actually teach our children about sex? Isn't it important? I recently attended a seminar with Reach a Hand Uganda. It's one of those people who are encouraging, who are also pushing for the idea that Ministry of Education should consider teaching sex in schools as one of those very big areas, because this generation, as opposed to just wanting to know information, they already have the information in their palms, in their hands, because of the small gadgets such as phones and laptops and computers. So whether you like it or not, these guys are going to learn about sex. I believe in my own opinion that when religious leaders, reverends, fathers, pastors, whatever you may call them, that if they hear about sex education, they think porn education, which is wrong. Sex is not pornography, and that is what we get wrong. Sex is not pornography. Sex could actually be religious. Sex is spiritual. Sex is physical, and sex in some areas is actually health. So if we talk about sex with our children, we teach them what sex is. We teach them at what age sex is a good thing to do. We teach them how to go about sex. I believe that we can have a safer generation. What religious leaders misunderstand for sex is actually what is leading us in the problems that we have. Because think about it, if you have a child at home and you tell them that licking sugar is bad, trust me, they're going to all of a sudden start to find out why licking sugar is bad. It's how we are made. It's how Eve went and tasted the fruit. I think as a society in Uganda that if we promote sex education, we promote sexuality education, then we are able to put our kids, our younger sisters in the hands of a better generation later to come. That's happening in Uganda. That's a conversation that's going on, of course, with NGOs and girls organizations and all these internationally funded people are now going to put pressure on government now that the religious leaders have opened the conversation. That's the big story for me this week. One of the two big stories for me this week. Watch the next video, which I'm about to upload, and which is also one of the other stories that we had this week. And I hope I'm not too early uploading these videos, because it's only a Thursday. You never know who could die. You never know who could marry. You never know. I don't know. But I hope that these are the biggest stories this week. Again, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for leaving a comment. And thanks for sharing this good news with everyone. Bye.